was beautiful, wasn't it? Did y'all hear that? Did you guys out there in Love Streaming Land hear that too? Oh my goodness, you guys just open like heart, woo, like that, right? Welcome. Welcome to Unity of Gaithersburg. I'm Reverend Dr. Edith Washington Woods. So grateful to be senior minister here on this 15th day of March, or whatever day it is in the world where you are. Hello, how are you, and how you doing? Some people say y'all all right? Yes, y'all is all right. Okay, just had to get a little southern in there, a little bit, by way of Gary, Indiana. Again, just welcome. And is there anyone new or who hasn't been here in a while? All right, anybody new out there in Love Streaming Land? We call it the people in the balcony. If you're brand new, just wave or put your name in the chat. I've already shared it on my Facebook page, and I'll be to greet you on YouTube in a few minutes. So anybody that wants to play with their phone, which I know that's what we do, right? I'm welcoming you to get your phone out and greet some folks either on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. All right. Well, let us take a moment to open in prayer. I'm going to invite you to gently close your eyes or leave them open if you will. But take a gentle breath in. It brings us here in this moment, breathing in and breathing out. With that conscious breath, it actually does bring us here, and it also helps us to ground ourselves in this moment. And in this sacred moment that we have created with our breath, this is the space we pray from. God, the omniscience, omnipresence, omnipotence, that which is all, it just is. And the many, 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 many names we call it, but let's call it good. And we bring this time that we get to share together in an atmosphere of goodness. Lifting up anyone who may need to be lifted up right now, in this moment, in this room, on the internet, and on this planet Earth. We pray with and for all of those who may be in any discomfort or conflict of any sort. Sending them our love as we prepare ourselves for this time of our service with this prayer. May we take in something this morning that we can take with us into our world, where we claim peace, where we claim joy, where we claim deep and profound love. And then we just let it be. In this moment we pray, and so it is. Amen. And now on the screen we have our mission statement. Let's say it together. We provide an inclusive spiritual community, sharing our light with the world. So what is the light? What's that? What's that mean?
Goodness.
The spark?
Goodness.
Goodness. So the light is the spark and the goodness, right? And you know that spark and that goodness is right here. Point to yourself. Say, I am sparky. I am sparky. I know, right? It's a leftover from my electrician days. We all were called Sparkies, just saying. Thank you. And now we have our song. Our opening song is, what is it? The Light of God. The Light of God. Let's sing.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is an old classic, and I'm sure you've heard it, and if not, you'll catch on really quickly. Feel free to sing, jump up, dance, whatever makes you happy, okay? I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power of God. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power of God. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. You are the light of God. You are the love of God. You are the power of God. You are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. You are the light of God. You are the love of God. You are the power of God. You are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God
Hello, hello. Yes, 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 I am feeling quite joyous today, feeling quite blessed. So this is our transformational opportunities, and let's see what we have going on. Today we are having a potluck after the service in the education building to celebrate Women's History Month. There will also be an opportunity to share our experiences of the Monks' Walk for Peace and brainstorm ideas of how Unity of Gaithersburg can continue to create, experience, bring forth, and celebrate peace in our lives, our congregation, and the wider community. The next Women's Moon Circle will celebrate the spring equinox, which is this Friday, March 20th. Bring a snack to share as well as an item for the altar that has meaning for you. We will gather at 6:45 p.m. There is a sign there's a sign up sheet in the lobby, or you can register on our website. Is it 65, correct? Okay. Next, our next spirit group begins on Tuesday, March 31st. Carol Plummer will facilitate the study of Edwin Gaines' book, How to Become Debt-Free. Forgive. Her book is packed with simple and practical tips and techniques for forgiving. We won't just talk about forgiveness, we will actually practice it together. You can register on our website, and there is a sign-up sheet in the lobby. Our next energy healing will take place next Sunday, March 22nd. This will be in the sanctuary at 1 p.m. You will be treated to a one-man show featuring comic Swami Anda and his slightly more serious alter ego, Steve Barman, thank you. He will join us on Zoom rather than in person and will help us experience healing through humor. I think I need to be there because I love to laugh. Our Good Friday service will be on April 3rd at 6 p.m. Arrive at 5:30 for finger foods and fellowship. Our foundation is prayer. Our prayer chaplains are trained to pray in confidence with you. Today's prayer chaplain is me. See me after the service if you would like a time of prayer. There is also a box in the rear of the sanctuary where you can submit prayers, which our prayer team will add to their list for those whom seek prayer. And now, if you will move into your position of meditation and prayer, we will now have the reading of the daily word. Here is the daily word for Sunday, March 15th, 2026. The word for today is lively. On this day, let us affirm, I am lively, filled with awe and wonder. Repeat slowly with me. I am lively, filled with awe and wonder. I invite you to hear these words as your own. There is a glorious, unseen flow at the heart of all creation, moving in and through me. As I align with this sacred energy, I feel vibrantly alive. I imagine myself part of the great living whole. I am one with the trees whose boughs sway in the wind, with the mountains and hills echoing with ancient voices, with the waters trickling over stone. Even the quiet earth hums a sacred song. Today, I will listen more closely, breathe more deeply, and move with intention. Life is not separate from me. I am its expression. In harmony with rhythm, the world begins to sing. I recognize its song singing to me. Today's Bible verse is from the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 12. For ye shall go out in joy and be led back in peace. The mountains and hills before you shall burst into song, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Let's take a moment to reflect on today's word, lively.
And now is our meditative part of this service. I invite you to join me in closing your eyes and simply relax. Relax into the seat where you're sitting, melting into your seat cushion, and know that it is supporting you, and you are supporting it. Relaxing, relaxing and letting go. Embracing all there is in this moment. For this is the most important moment that we have. And I invite you to take a journey as if you're walking on the shore. Notice the waves and just notice them. And you're struck by the height of the waves. And then when they gently move toward the shore. You don't have on any shoes. And you go closer, you're drawn closer. And then there's another wave going across your feet. And you wonder, is the wave part of the ocean, or is the ocean part of the wave? And if the water is going toward and onto your feet, are you part of the wave or the ocean? Perhaps we are all of it. As we sit in a time of silence, we contemplate. Is the wave the ocean, or is the ocean the wave? And am I part of it? In the silence, we join our hearts and minds together and contemplate the wave, the ocean, and us. In the silence, we join our hearts and minds together and go deeper, deeper and deeper. I am. I am. I am part of all there is. And in this expanded state of consciousness, we bring to our hearts and minds anyone who is experiencing conflict within themselves or around the world. And we send our love to them, even over the mountains. and know that it returns back to us. We bring ourselves back fully to this space and time and know that we are love, peace, and serenity. And so it is. And so we let it be us. Amen.
Good morning again, everyone. It's third Sunday, which means we have selections rendered by Spirit Sound. So this is the first of two. And we trust that you will enjoy them. If I'm tired and stressed, let me stop and rest. If I'm feeling hurt, let me forgive. I know I can be the change I want to see. Oh, if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I dream of peace, let me be the peace. When I start from love, I am love. I know I can be the change I want to see. Oh, if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. It's up to me. It's up to me. It's up to me.
Thank you so much. If it's to be, it's up to me, right? Oh my goodness. So I have a question. So if it's up to me, right? That's talking about change, you think? So do you want to be the change in which you want to see? Do you? Huh? Yeah. Yes? See, you're honest, right? Because it's scary, isn't it, sometimes? So we don't have to say yes just because, like, oh, yeah, yeah. When we know, it's sometimes, yes? We may have the intention to change. And then we don't because we're afraid, right? And because, well, yeah, we're having this human experience. Let me see, where am I going to stick this? Right there. So I got something for you. These words. I know I can be the change I want to see. Let's say that together. I know I can be the change in which I want to see. Again. I know I can be the change I want to see. Just take a breath with that. Ooh, yeah, that's a big one, right? Because there's so many things happening. It's just, whoop, 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 whoop. And sometimes it's more than one a day. And I don't know about you, but I don't know if I can keep up with it all of it. And then I hear something else, and I hear something else. And I hear something else. I was talking with my prayer partner. I hadn't talked with him in a while because sometimes he sleeps in because he's so old. Older. And he hadn't heard of the monks. And I went, what? So I told him about them and told him to look it up. But most of us, we've reached a moment in our life when we long for something different to happen, something deeper, something that is more freer, something that is more aligned with who we truly are. Yeah? But wanting change and becoming change is two different things. I'll say that again. Wanting change and becoming change is two different things. Do you get that? Like we can want it, right? Like I want to be the change in which I want to see. But becoming it, it could be like on a whole nother planet some of the time. And the question is not simply, can we change? But are we willing to step into the unknown long enough for the transformation to take root? Yesterday, we went for our hike. Our little hike, go hiking with Rev Edith. Okay, whatever, yeah. It was cold, okay? So I had on 2 pair of pants. But I still didn't have enough clothes. So thank you very much, Reverend Judy, for giving me that little jacket, and yes, and all of us who were, thank you, saved my life, yeah. That was, yes, and to accept it, because I was like, I don't want to wear a jacket. I was cold enough, right? And what we saw is we were walking and we saw these trees. I'll put them on I promised to put them on my Facebook page. If I remember. But we saw trees that were like, they were over. And there was this one tree, and so imagine that this is the tree, right? And the way it fell, the other one, it fell like this. Perfectly. So this tree was still standing, and the other one had fallen. How's that happen? Right? Seriously. And another tree we saw, it was uprooted. You could see the root of it, right? Like hanging like that. Here's the ground. And it was like that. And it was really long, and it was hanging off the tree, the other tree, like up in the sky near the lake. And we were just in awe, like, whoa. Or the ones that covered the road where we had to turn around and make a change and go around it, because who wants to climb over a tree? Maybe every now and then. And so are we willing to step into the unknown long enough for transformation to take root, right? to be rooted, right? Like rooted, right? Ground ourselves. And once it takes root, then it becomes its own, it has its own energy, yes? Until all of a sudden, it becomes this normal thing that we're doing, and it's no longer this brand new thing that we are afraid of. But fear, as we heard, often stands in the doorway. The fear of uncertainty, the fear of losing what's familiar, the fear of discovering who we might become. Because we're so used to being a certain way, right? In an essay titled, "As Much Truth as One Can Bear," James Baldwin reminds us, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. Wow. You get that? Like, it's not going to happen if we're not willing to face it. And once we face it, it actually will change. Spiritual growth is what we're talking about, and it begins with our desire for transformation, and that it becomes stronger than our fear of the discomfort. Yeah. And when we want change so much, we can almost taste it. So I want you to think about a food you like. I got one right now that I had last night, and I have been thinking about having it for a few days, and I didn't because it was late at night, and if I eat chocolate at the I don't want you to think of chocolate, but it actually wasn't just chocolate. It was something it was covering. And so I finally ate it early enough, like 5 or 6 o'clock, that I knew that chocolate wasn't going to make me, so that's the one. And it was certain ones really good. So think about something, right? And you can taste it, right? Like even though it's not in your mouth, you can really capture, like, oh, yeah. So that's what change is like, that is so, you so want it, that it's like that thing that you were just thinking about, right? Mine was a Haagen-Dazs ice cream bar. Seriously, right? Almond, get it at Costco. And I'll have one probably every month, once a month or something, because I want to keep my behind from getting too much bigger. Just saying. But I don't deny myself of those things. I just don't indulge in them 3 or 4 times a day. Because, Haagen-Dazs has lots of fat in it. Yeah. So rich, so good, so succulent. Oh, yeah. Oh, just thinking about it makes my mouth water. You know what I mean? That's what change is about. It's that kind of change. That is so good. The thought of it is so good, like the possibility of it even, that we can't help but try it out. Let's just take a bite into that doggone Haagen-Dazs. One bite. And then a little piece of the chocolate fell off on the floor, and I looked at it and I went, damn, I can't pick it up and put it in my mouth because I'm not five. I seriously wanted that piece of chocolate. I did. Huh? 5-second rule. See, the thought didn't even come. Y'all wasn't there. And I was sitting there looking at it. And I said, I can't leave it there because the dog might eat it and she'll die and then they'll be mad at me. So I picked it up. And then I was like, if I put it in the garbage, it'll melt and it'll sit there until Thursday. And I was having these thoughts all in a minute. So I did. I picked it up and I put it, I don't even remember if I put it in the trash or I don't know. But I did not put it in my mouth. But I made sure I held my hand under the rest of it in case any of it was going to try to take flight. So when I sat down, I could just have at it. Yeah. That's what embracing transformation and change is about, like that. What if it was like that, right? It'd be easy, wouldn't it? Yeah, you think? The chocolate part? Yeah. And I don't even like chocolate most of the time. I just can take a little bit. Yep, just like those brownies that's in the back. I'm not telling on you nothing like that. Miss Carrie's chocolate brownies, try them. They're really good. But to understand this journey, we turn to our 4 levels of consciousness that are described in Heart-Centered Metaphysics by late, great Reverend Dr. Paul Hasselbeck. And what I call the 4 V's. The 4 V's. Victim, victor, vessel, and verity. Yes. These 4 stages describe how we move from believing life happens to us to realizing life happens as us. It can be a big leap, more than the ice cream, I'm telling you. The first one I'm going to talk about is victim consciousness. Life is happening to me. Yeah. This is the state where we feel powerless, acted upon, or stuck. We feel powerless, acted upon, or stuck. Anybody ever been there? Come on, raise your hand. You know you've been there. No. There are some that's never had ever. I was stuck in it for years, decades. It took a lot of growth. It took unity to help me realize what victim consciousness was really all about. I tell you my victim story as soon as you met me. I'd be like, hey, let me tell you what happened to me and how they did this and they did that and the police wanted to get me because I was speeding. Don't nobody know what I'm talking about. Seriously. But it was a man named Daniel who once spent weeks complaining about everything that was happening. He was complaining about his job, his relationships, and even the weather. Yep. The weather. Yeah, it's supposed to be bad tomorrow, y'all. I heard already. Storm's coming. But it ain't bad as Minnesota. They're having a blizzard right now, about 1.5 feet. Seriously. Seriously. I know. So the little rain we gonna get tomorrow, just stay home if you can. I'll work from home. Don't call me here because I won't be here. I'm already. I don't come out in thunderstorms if I can help it. No. Jeff won't let me. Right, Jeff? He can't hear me. But anyway, so he was complaining, and his co-worker said, Daniel, I know a place where there is no problems. And Daniel's eyes lit up. He said, take me there. So the next morning, they got up and they drove to a well-manicured cemetery. Okay. And the co-worker said, the only people who have problems here, the only people who have no problems are the ones who are no longer living. As long as you're alive, challenges will come, but so will possibilities, yes? And that's the truth, isn't it? So any of you who didn't raise your hand because of the whole victim thing, that's cool. All right. But if we're complainers at all, or if we think that the state of the world is kind of messed up, I won't say a swear word even though I thought about it. The only people who don't have problems are the ones who have already completed their lives, and some are now living, well, at least the rest of their body that was left, in a cemetery. Some didn't go there. My mother is sitting on my counter in my office. The part of her that didn't go and get donated to society so they could find out about Alzheimer's. Yay. But do you get what I mean, though? It's like we all go through some stuff. And it's okay. We just do. We just do. Like when the heat was off in my house on Friday morning. No heat, nothing. And I was sitting there freezing my buns off. My nose was cold. It was cold like I had stuck it in an ice cube. And I did all the stuff to do to have the people come out. They'll be out tomorrow. But you know what happened later on that day? The dang heat came back on. Was that the prayer that worked? Was that it? I don't know. Victim consciousness keeps us frozen. But the moment we recognize we are still alive, still breathing, still capable of choosing, we begin to shift. The Buddha captures this truth beautifully and states, just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past again and again. You know, last week I talked about that, right? I talked about what it means to release and let go. And so as we release our thoughts of fear around something new, something that we really wanting to see birthed in our lives, then we're able to move forward and shed that skin, shed those thoughts like the snake did. And I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the snake or what the snake left, because then I know the snake would have been there, right? The second level of the four levels of consciousness is victor consciousness, which is life is happening by me. It is when we can influence the outcomes. Like a lot of people said when we had the movie, what was it? What was that movie that came out? I can't think of the name of it. Why do I want to call it The Shift? But that's not the name of it. Anyway, let me tell you the story. That one. Yes. The shift was the secret. Yes. Okay. The secret. That one. Where we would manifest things to happen, and that people started thinking that was how if you thought it enough, it would happen, it would happen, it would happen, it would happen. Right? So this lady named Jana was running late for an important meeting, so she whispered a quick prayer. Spirit, help me move with ease. So as she drove, she didn't get a green, like the light wasn't green when she got to the light, So a lot of times we'll think, okay, so I'm going to manifest all green lights, right? And then you go and it's all green lights. And then when it doesn't happen, you'll say, oh, so the secret didn't work. That didn't work. I didn't get all my green lights. But here's what happened to her. As soon as she got to the light, what do you think happened? It turned green. As soon as she got to the light, so here she is, boop, 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 bam, it's green. Boop, 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 bam, it's green. Boop, 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 bam, it's green. Did it work? Of course it did. And she said, okay, Spirit, I see you. Yeah? So it's happening as her. Victor consciousness is not about controlling everything. It's about recognizing that our intention, our energy, and thoughts shape our experience. Yes? The thoughts we think can manifest into the thing that we see, right? The thoughts held in mind produce after their own kind. Jalal al-Din Muhammad Rumi, Sufi mystic, poet, and founder of the Islamic Brotherhood known as Mevlevi. He was really highly responsible for the swirling, if you've ever seen Sufi swirl. You know what I mean? They're turning around like this, and it's a dance. Yeah, whirling. Huh? Woo! I don't know how they do it, because that just made me dizzy. But it's such a beautiful experience. I've seen him in person many times. Well, he was supposedly, this happened in the 13th century, supposedly very influential in that part of mysticism happening within Islam. And I'm bringing him up because so many people are, they other people and think that there's something going on with people who worship differently. Yes? And he describes the shift from helplessness to empowerment with these words. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. We can't change what's going on in the world, people. the change starts here. I know, right? This is the essence of victor consciousness, realizing the work begins within us. The third one is vessel consciousness. Life is happening in me. This is the moment we awaken to the divine presence within. We stop trying to force outcomes and begin allowing spirit to express through us. In The Wizard of Oz, the good witch Glinda tells Dorothy, "You've always had the power, my dear. You just had to learn it for yourself." Again, we have that power. It's already here. Vessel consciousness is that moment of learning. We begin to sense the wisdom, strength, and creativity we seek are already within us. So the peace that we're seeking, the peace that we want to see happen in the world, the change that we want to see happen in the world, we already have it. Like the monks said when they were here, I said this the other day. They said, "We didn't come here to bring you peace. We came to awaken it." Because it's already here. Just wake it up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. The fourth one is verity consciousness. Life is happening as me. This is the realization of our oneness. No separation, no distance between the wave and the ocean. So remember I talked about that ocean and the wave in the meditation? When we realize that the wave is simply the ocean expressing itself in a particular form, then we understand the wave is not in the ocean. The wave is the ocean. The wave is the ocean. It is like that with us and the divine God, whatever we want to call it. In the Tao Te Ching, it states, when you realize where you come from, you naturally become tolerant, disinterested, amused, kind-hearted, and dignified. You get that? I'll say it again. When you realize where you come from, you naturally become tolerant, disinterested, amused, kind-hearted, and dignified. In other words, the things that are happening in the world do not make you sad. You actually realize that the shift is happening. Not the other piece. I'm not going to say it. The shift is happening. The great shift. The shift of becoming more accepting, more loving, more generous, more kind, more peaceful. Verity consciousness is the deep knowing I and the divine are one. And in the Bible, it affirms this truth again and again. Today, I'm speaking from Ephesians chapter 4 and 24, and it states, "Put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness." Now, here's the interesting thing, folks. Genesis tells us we're created in the image and likeness of God. Ephesians tells us to put on that truth and to live from it. To put on that truth and to live from it. But what about when I'm afraid? Put on the truth and live from it. But what about when stuff is happening in the world? Put on the truth and live from it. But what about all this stuff that's happening? Isn't that the truth? That's what I see. That's what I see. You see the war? The war is happening. It's over there in Iran. It's down the street. It happened in Michigan. It happened in California. What about that? What about that? Put on your truth and live from it. Is that what we're called to do and to be? And when we do this, we find that the power of change becomes easier for us to see it, to live it, to be it. Wisdom is our power of the month, represented by James, son of Zebedee. It is the spiritual faculty that helps us discern truth from fear, guidance from noise. The chatter. What about? Like when I was trying to meditate the other day and the heat had gone off and I'm freezing, I'm trying to meditate, and I couldn't get the thought about the heat being off out of my mind. I was like, no, and it was like chatter. You could just stop now and go look. Go look and see if the breaker's off. Go look and see, and maybe you should put the, and I called myself forward, and I sat there anyway. I had my blankie, I had my blanket, I had my socks on my feet. I was good. But the chatter wasn't stopping. I had to live it, right? Wisdom whispers to us, this is the way, walk in it. I'll say that again. Wisdom whispers to us, this is the way, walk in it. The wisdom is the voice of God within. It is helping us to evaluate, discern, and apply what we know. We get to embrace the 4 V's. We are capable of this deep transformation when we move through the four V's. And let me get my clicker because I left it over here. Boop, 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 boop. So those who want to take a picture, you can in a moment. Here we go. 4 levels of consciousness. Victim. Life happens to me. Repeat that with me. Victim. Life happens to me. Victor. Life happens by me. Together. Victor. Life happens by me. Vessel. Life happens to me. Together. Vessel. Life happens in me. And the last one. Verity. Life happens as me. Together. Verity. Life happens as me. You can take a picture real quick. Take it. While you got a chance. Get your phone out. I see some people taking pictures. Yep, I'll give you a sec. The last 2, the vessel and the verity, is where we find our spiritual grounding. Vessel is like, make me an instrument. Verity is like, I am. Got that? Yes. Vessel is, make me the instrument of your peace. Verity is, I am. In other words, I am peace. Not I'm going to be peace. I am peace. Not I'm going to be divine. I am divine. Right? Did you get it? I know. It's hard to get. But let's get it together. All right. I am the spirit of life. I am the spirit of love. I am the spirit of possibility. I am the spirit of awe. I am the eyes of God. I am how God gets around. Let's say that together. I am how God gets around. Isn't that beautiful? If you think about it in Genesis and it says we're created in the image and likeness of it. If we're created in the image and likeness of it. If we're created in the image and likeness of it. What does that mean? Does that mean that like spirit, divine presence, that holiness of holies, that it gets to be all these multifaceted ways of being? That is like amazing, right? That if we're really part of this spiritual essence, this thing called, created in the image and likeness of God, I think it's beautiful that we have all these differences, because if we were all cloned the same, would you want to look like yourself all day long and go and talk to yourself all day dang long? Huh? Would you want to say, hey, how you doing over there, right? I'm going to talk to you all day long. When you get bored. Once you get bored, you think you get tired of looking at yourself every day, because then what good would it be? You just say, forget about it. I'm going to lay down and go to sleep the rest of the day because I don't have nobody else to talk to but myself. But understanding that if we're created in that image, that all of us are the image. Even the chair is the image. Even this white podium is the image. If we painted this thing, if we took all the paint off and it got to the wood it is, because it's a big piece of wood, it would still be the image. We are how God gets around. Period. Don't let nobody else tell you you're not fabulous. Each of us are fabulous. Say, I am fabulous. I am fabulous. I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am how God gets around. I am how God gets around. Deal with it. And our affirmation can assist us with, I know, like, whoa, yep, whoop, whoop. Our affirmation can assist us with this week to know the truth of who we are. I'll say it once and then invite you to say it with me. I am filled with joy and wisdom to know Spirit is me. Together. I am filled with joy and wisdom to know Spirit is me. Again, I am filled with joy and wisdom to know Spirit is me. Yes, take a breath. That's the way it is. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen and namaste.
One step, one act, it's a simple fact. We can be the change. Don't have to do it all, no steps too small. We can be the change. Be the change. We can be the change. Be the change. We can be the change. One heart, one voice, one simple choice. We can be the change. When it calls to you and it's yours to do, we can be the change. Be the change. We can be the change. Be the change. We can be the change. Reach out one hand, be the change. A part of the plan, be the change. Put it into motion, be the change. Like a ripple on the ocean, be the change. Be the change. We can 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 be the
You are committed to being the change. Be the change. I can be the change. Be the change. I can be the change. Yeah, be the change. I can be the change. So dig in your pockets and let's get giving. Change, there you go, there you go. Oh, so those of you who may not know me, Jerry, I do have quite a quirky sense of humor, but it gets me through the day. So now is the time for giving, and after the wonderful music we've had today, let's thank our choir and our musicians one more time. Give them some honor and praise. Thank them so much for their sacrifice, because some of them come a long ways. It's not a sacrifice? Okay. Joy and service. Okay, I stand corrected, because I know that some of them have come a long way to be here with us. Okay, sorry, wrong word. So anyway, let's do our love offering blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am so grateful. And now we welcome our children.
Good morning. So our YOUers, and we have 5 of them, who are doing a leadership training online on Zoom with YOUers from the Eastern region, the Great Lakes region, the South Central region, and the Southeast region, so 4 regions. And so they'll be over there. So that's why we decided to do a potluck after this, because otherwise some of y'all are just going to be sitting and waiting, because I don't think they end until 12:30. They've had pizza and wings, so, you know, on their little watch party and that kind of stuff. And these guys, are you still getting pizza there, young sir? Uh-huh. Okay, so what did we do today? What do you have in your hands? Okay, this one and this one first, yes.
We made a book about peace, and the title, we all have the same title, is Peace Begins With Me.
And then, words. Do you have some of your words? So they all selected words, what peace means to them. So
I create peace. I spread peace. I give peace. Peace spreads.
okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of hers. See? And then we've got just all kinds of talent going on over in here. So, yeah. See. So, yeah, you wrote a poem, yes?
Yeah, I did. My poem says, peace is accepting that everyone is different, but that different isn't bad. That everyone is equal no matter things like gender, race, sexuality, or other trivial matters. Peace is knowing that no one is the same, but that makes things better.
Ah. So, you see, sometimes this is where the lesson happens. I'm not saying that the lesson doesn't happen over here too, but I'm saying that sometimes these young people can come and train and teach us all.
They do, and that's what's so amazing about having the young folks here.
Stop.
Is we get to learn, and it enhances what we do, right? Because we were talking about what it would be like if we were the same person, like if we were all an image of ourselves, and we would just have ourselves to talk to. And they didn't like that. They didn't want to talk to themselves all day long. And so I love that poem. That poem was so perfect for what I was talking about earlier, right? That it's all right for us to have all kind of various expressions and stuff like that, right? Because we are how God gets down.
So,
Don't get me
see?
excited.
And
People wanna
we-
eat.
This is the thing, we do not talk before we show up here at all, because I don't want to know what she's going to do, and I just assume she not know what I'm going to do. So yeah, but it's all in divine order, isn't it? So did you have anything you want to show from yours? Okay, so you ask, who wants to do the second one? Your hand went up first, and you already asked me. Okay, we're doing the children's blessing.
I am the light of the world. I live as the light. You are the light of the world. You live as the light.
We.
We're the light of the world.
We live as the light. And now stand for our closing songs. My friends, go out and live a wonderful, happy, joyous day and week, knowing that everything happens as us, that we are filled with joy and wisdom, knowing that Spirit is us. Have a wonderful week, my friends. Bye for now.
Today, I choose to be so grateful, so grateful. Today, I choose to be so grateful, grateful. Today, I choose to be grateful, so grateful. Today, I choose to be grateful, grateful. Today, I choose to be happy, so happy. Today, I choose to be so happy, happy. Today, I choose to be peaceful, so peaceful. Today, I choose to be peaceful, peaceful. Whatever I choose is how my day's gonna be. Claim what I want, 'cause it's all up to me. Today I choose to be loving, so loving today. I choose to be so loving, loving today. I choose to be so joyful, so joyful. I choose to be so joyful, joyful. Whatever I choose is how my day's gonna be. Claim what I want, 'cause it's all up to me. All up to me. Oh, today I choose to be grateful, so grateful today. I choose to be so grateful, grateful today. I choose to be grateful, so grateful today. I choose to be grateful.